Hi, it's Dave Robinson with plantcovercrops.com. It's December 6th, 2011. We're out in a field of radishes and turnips here in southern Kosciuszko County of Indiana, up in north central Indiana. And like I say, it's December 6th. We've already had about 10 inches of snow last week. Obviously the snow has melted. We've had about 4 inches of rain since that snow. So it's been fairly wet. And yet we've got a really beautiful stand of radishes and turnips out here. The farmer planted this so he can graze his cattle, and you can see the cattle are out looking very satisfied. A lot of them are laying down, several are eating as well. One of the things that I get asked a question a lot about is, will the cattle eat radishes? And I would say yes. This radish right here has been eaten by the cattle. The top's pretty well gone, so they've eaten that as well. The turnips, those are sunk down in the deep part of the ground, or down into the ground a little bit more. At least the bulb is. This is an Appin turnip, a lot of growth on the top. The cattle have eaten that quite well. I think that when we find out, there's not as many cattle out here as there are radishes and turnips, so it's going to be a while before they're able to eat all of this, but it's very impressive to have this much forage. One thing that we got to make really sure of is the fact that when you have cattle on radishes and turnips or any other kind of brassica, you also have to have some grass or grass hay, so you gotta have lots of fiber. These brassicas can only be about 30% of the diet for the cattle, and in this field it's 100% brassica. So we've got to make sure and feed hay with this, dry grass hay in particular. It doesn't have to be good quality, because frankly these turnips and these radishes, the tops will be about 30% protein, the tubers somewhere between 10 and 12% protein. So we've got all the protein we need. We just now need to keep it inside the rumen long enough to get weight gain out of the cattle. So that's why we need to be feeding grass hay. Oats would have been a good option out here. Cereal rye would have been a good option as well. Annual ryegrass would have been a fair option, not as much fiber in that. So in this situation, grass with these tubers, with the tops, it would have been an absolutely fabulous opportunity. It still is. Cattle are doing great, and I believe the farmer has added some hay into this situation as well. But for best opportunity, grass and brassicas, winter grazing, this had been a wheat field, there should be enough feed out here hopefully to feed all winter long. Dave Robinson from plantcovercrops.com on December 6, 2011, looking at grazing cattle in the winter.